Test, 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 test. Are we back? Oh, we have issues. Well, I'm not having issues. For whatever reason, OBS just decided to crash. All the chats disappeared and then it just stopped responding and then crashed. Right, so we need the token. Yeah. What is this? All this is coming out. And then this will go into trader. Should possibly down the bottom. This will be the trader. Laura. Popular mod that has a grinder with grass and spawns mobs or passive mobs. I have no idea what you mean. Legit looked away and told him fresh. Yeah, it just had a bit of a moment. You run OBS and add yes, I assume so. Don't even know how to check that, but like to say yes. What grind utilities haven't updated to 26.1.2. Mobs aren't really a thing in this pack anyway. So we need to change this to. Technically, it doesn't have a tier. It's now a trader. Trader is Caveopolis. Trader X 4. Okay. Just because I can fix the OBS can still take the dump. I agree with that. I'll just get a yes or no, stops frames as well. To be fair, the frame side of it's been pretty good recently. As I said, I don't know what happened there. It's like it must have run out of memory or something. Because the whole chat's disappeared. The Streamlabs recent events, it's called, which shows like subs and stuff, that disappeared. And then the whole audio mix disappeared as well. All we have to do is update it for it to take down. That is also true. The amount of time it took me to get a simple pause button to work was insane. I need to change the ID. Probably should. Just for consistency. So that should move all of those trades there. And then where we took it from was tier 8, wasn't it? So then in tier 8, we already have the explorers up, so that's fine. We should just be able to reload it now. OBS 27. I don't even know what it is. I'm not very well versed in OBS. Any news about Skyblock Builder? No. The only thing I could tell you about now is that there's a good chance Caveopolis won't be the next pack. It will probably be Ability Lock next. Mainly because I'm not relying on any other mods for that. So Trader, where is Indiana Bones? Okay. And then we'll just check the actual shop at tier 8. Has the hut. Perfect. So actually, I think what we want to do in here. Does this unlock tier 8? So we probably want to do. Probably that, and then Explorer. That. And something like that, maybe. Or even. That probably makes more sense. So if we move that there, just do that. Whoa. Visit it. Or just visit it. Visiting is definitely spelled wrong. Explorer has visited many structures throughout there. The trader. Actually, they will trade. Coins for Russia. Opens. Something simple like that. These probably need rewards as well still. So coin. Coin. Coin's fine. Then we need a summoning block recipe for the trader. We also need the meshes one. Maybe we go in here. I guess we could just do quite normal coins, diamond. Yeah. So we could just do summoning block. Shops trader. Which want all this. All this. Summon the shops. Shop. Trader. With. What do we want to use? That's the base block. Probably going to be life infused moss or whatever it's called. Life infused moss. And then this will be like 12 shops for coins. Doesn't need any NC data. Should be fine. Okay. Well, we can see. Nope, set input. Oh, I guess it only allows for one. We can do one. BRB, fair enough. That didn't work. Gold coin. Drops gold coin. Drops gold coins. So maybe this does work with 12. Effectively, better or like implement one. Or is it true? And then we can do summoning. Life infused. Gold coins. Then we do that. And we do that. And then it just doesn't work. Why doesn't that work? Because it doesn't have a spawn egg. That'd be bizarre. Maybe it just doesn't like the 12. So it doesn't really matter how many coins you use. Yeah, it's because it doesn't like 12. Okay, that works. New structure. Tokens. To the aura. And obtain shop. Summoning block. Can now summon traders. I just want to confirm that this trader will actually gain the right trade. Yeah. And we also want to add the mesh list. Put it around here. Tier 6. Sounds about right. So we'll steal this. We'll go to tier 6. Paste it in. We'll then make it tier 6 here. Order number 8. This is the mesh trader hub. mesh. Why did it change? I think this is fine. Now we actually need to add some meshes traits. So then we do trader. I can't remember how it's spelled. Welcome back. Where is the mesh list? Yeah, so that is fine. And then we can just do slash OP, iron with fortune 5. And then we can do K and grab that. And then these shops. Shop. Paste. 125 will make it quite expensive. And then the trader is trader hub mesh list. Yep, all to one. Iron mesh 425. And I think we probably want to tier these as well. And then we'll just do the same as the actual shop, I think. And then the mesh list will get better for how long we're playing. But the idea is it'll give you like really good mesh options. So if you don't want to go too deep into casting, you've got this as an option. And we'll do tier 6. What we can do in here we do gold as well. Not sure why you want gold, but you can have gold. We could make it fortune 7, I guess. You still make it unbreakable. And then we'll just see if that works. And if it does, we'll add a bunch more. It doesn't have any traits. That will make the game easier. Possibly, but there's a lot of good options for resource generation in this. So I think having that ability makes it fine. We need to do... Why didn't this work? Is it just called mesh? Mesh. Yes, it is. That should give us the traits. But this is more of a middle of the line pack anyway. It's not meant to be easy or hard. It's just like average in the middle. requires tier 6, requires trader entity, trader hub, mesh nearby. So now, okay. So then, tier 7 we've got silver and uranium, which is pointless, right? Where'd you get the diamond? Pinkstone. 5. 4. Which is tier 7, so that's fine. So tier 7. There's diamond or diamond ore piece isn't even in here. Needs to be here. Diamond. And then we can do what is going on. Then we go down here. Here 6. And then 7. Diamond mesh. 14, 10. It might be a little bit overpowered. If we did that, maybe drop it to like 3, 5, 7. Probably a bit more balanced. And how much Modpack do you play in 2026? If you count the one you play, it's probably a lot. I only really play my packs, and sometimes like the Modpack reviewer stuff. But I really enjoy making packs, so it doesn't bother me. Emerald. So Emerald will be tier 8 against fine. And this becomes Emerald. Probably go to 8. Did we actually have the? Did we add this to the shop? We did. Okay, that's fine. You can get that. You can get the trade. You get the meshes. You can buy stuff. So, what is the command? BBL shop. Yeah. Yes. Do I have tier? I do have tier 8. I'll need. There's another reason I'd rather use some custom villagers for this. Because if these were actual trades, you can't reload them. Which is not ideal. Whereas with this you can. And it will help you have to increase the price of this. This would be like 250. 175. Oh, we need to add the recipe for this as well. Not sure why that doesn't work. Caveopolis. Mesh. We'd never add it. It's not an issue. We could just add it now. What's it called? Smith. We have done it. Smith. Fine. On the field. And dot smithing. And this is just completely wrong. on the ADS hand, smithing template. The smithing template will be where's Minecraft diamond. I've got some streamers, diamond mesh, and then the template, and then casting balls on the ingot. I mean, that's just pure wing work, so hopefully that works. It did not work. How to create smithing transform recipe. Able to reset result. Right, how do we do smithing? QJS. Smithing. Well, that's good news. Recipe. Recipe. Editing recipes. Recipes. Liquid fire. What on earth? UJS smithing recipes. Smithing. Oh, we're missing the actual output. That makes sense. So this would be Caveopolis on the mesh. And that should work, hopefully. Really? Let me set template. Right, so the output's first, and then it's the smithing template. Then it's the item to be upgraded, which is the diamond mesh spelled correctly, and then the ingot. So that should be fine. Perfect. And then we combine this column. Yeah, tier 9. Just fine. So that fixed as well. Fix on the field mesh. Grade. What's it called? Mesh. Trader hut mesh. Trader hut. Now, just with trader offers with mesh. Okay, so now we can do the end game, I guess. Actually, probably want to add 2 more meshes. So, I think we'll do. Its efficiency works as well. Does it? I remember. I think it does. Efficiency 5. Sweet. Then we'll just do these. 100 ticks. 200 ticks, yeah, so it does work. So we could do let's just check the syntax. That's a damage this one, don't want it. It's literally just inside modifiers here. Like that. No, inside. Here. And then, yeah. We could do like efficiency 2, efficiency 3. Delete that. And then we could do like efficiency 5, efficiency 7. I'll give you some pretty OP meshes. Creative mesh. Now we don't need that. Lithium is like the end game, like basic end game, I guess. What did it not like? Exactly how it's broken. What's different? I just been see. What is actually different? Oh. Give you the ultimate singularity of creating. I have recipes in mind for them anyway. Where is the meshes? I think we'll leave unbreaking off, and then you can do unbreaking yourself. Also, did we nerf unbreaking? Yes. Okay, so you can only ever get to level 7 unbreaking anyway, with like normal stuff. Which makes unbreaking more balanced. So next we want to do this bit. I don't understand. You can't make it unbreakable like contained. You can, but just not every tool. So the way it works now is, so if you see a max level is 7, that's for every tool that supports it goes up to 7. But the enhanced levels are tools that have the enhanced tag. Enhanced. So it's all of the stuff from casting tools basically is enhanced, which allows you to go up to higher levels. So I think most modifiers basically the same, if not better, than what they were in original casting. But the maxed enhanced level is a lot higher. So like some like flight. So flight you can actually still apply to anything. But yeah, it just balances a bit better. You shouldn't be able to make everything unbreakable straight away. But that's the idea, anyway. So it's not as OP early on, but Unbreaking 7 is still pretty good. It's a 70% chance that it doesn't take damage. So it is still pretty decent. Plus, like, Strainers, for example, dumps out meshes that are enchanted now. So they never fully break. So yeah, let's look at the end game now. So I feel like the ultimate catalyst should use the ultimate ingot. So I feel like maybe this moves away. And this comes into here. Essentially this comes out. Creative template. So the ultimate ingot is what we want to make from here, I think. And I guess we've got a few options. We can either go for a bunch of ingots. Like how many ingots do we have? Quite a lot. So we could do an ingot-based recipe. Which actually might be the best idea. Let's get a ultimate crafting table. This one. Start with something like copper. Iron and gold. Right. Lithium. Probably do 2 aluminium, 2 lead, 2 nickel, 2 osmium, 1 platinum, 2 silver. Actually, silver has to go like that. 2 tin. 2 uranium. 2 zinc. 2 iridium. 2 steel. 2 invar. 2 electrum, 2 bronze, 2 brass, 2 enduring, aluminum. All this can be 2. There might be too many here. Actually, might not be. Actually, there is quite a lot here. Is that just too many ingots here? You know what we could do? So we could just try and dynamically generate the recipe. I don't know how this is going to work, but the ultimate ingot. How to make a recipe for crafting. Well, you're about to witness it. We want to do item ID. That's what we need to find. Item IDs. Remember how to do this. Fractured? Did we do it fractured? Item IDs. Yes. So we want to do something. So let ingots equal ingredient of this will be C ingots dot item IDs, and then how do we do this? Recipes extended crafting. There must be shapes. We'll just test with like Minecraft Diamond. Or it's probably Minecraft Diamond like that. And then like Minecraft stick. Minecraft. Let's just see if that works as a recipe. Never start. Yeah, I probably won't use never start. I think we'll do a ultimate ingot and a creative ingot. So the creative ingot could use that. That load or not? Not find default value for object. Find me a shapeless recipe. I mean, that is correct. Mods UKS. Extended crafting QPS recipe schema. Shapeless table. They're actually called shapeless table. Shapeless table. This in the JSON. In the code. You get it from JSON. What? This. This just transforms JavaScript basically into JSON. We want to see a diamond recipe in these tables. Okay, so that works. So then we need to do, I don't know how we're going to do this. Because we need to do, for every ingot, we need to add it into this. Unless we do something like so. I'm just trying to sort out contain as well. It didn't work. Say it's working. How do you shape? I have no idea what you mean. I'm really sorry, I have no idea. There's no way that something like this would work. I mean, maybe it will. How do you make the recipe shape? Oh, so shaped is just like that. So you just do a shape one. If you're talking about extended crafting, it's exactly the same, just bigger recipes, but just like a bigger pattern. Yeah, I do think that would work. What did it actually say? Surely we can't just do would that just work? Maybe that'll work. But it's technically an array. And maybe we don't need the ident error. Old diamond. Oh, we need to. So what I have noticed is the extended crafting doesn't actually update JEI. Well, yeah, it doesn't update its JEI entries, which isn't a huge problem. Just have to reload the game. So now would it let me see diamond? Diamond. Well, that's not ideal. Surely this would be a list though. Maybe something like that. Maybe it's doing ingots inside of the array, so an array inside an array. There's like an ingot more numbers and letters. Wow. Oh, what? It's the pattern. You can use anything here. You can use lower cases. You can use anything. Symbols. So you've got the 28 letters plus 28 uppercase letters. Plus any sort of symbol like hashtag works, star works. So there's probably about 70 symbols. Which shouldn't be an issue. Okay. I don't need to name because it's going to be a shapeless recipe. Shapeless recipes don't need names or characters because there's no pattern. I guess technically, could just do that. So how many is this? 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54, 55, 56, 57. So that's fine because that does require the ultimate crafting table then. So then we can do in here like this and then made inside the ultimate crafting. This is easier than I thought. Well, it depends. If we wanted a more specific recipe, it would be easy. Actually, it would be. I suppose you could just do the shapeless with the tag. If you wanted to do shaped, it's very different. But you can. Cool thing about this mod, say you have that as a recipe, it has a data pack item, so you can just right click and it gives you the recipe, and then in here. Just do event.custom like that, and then paste it, and then it's just the whole recipe. Then you can do shaped as well. And then it does the pattern, yeah. And you just have to add the recipe result. So extended crafting is pretty simple. Welcome back. But we don't need this, so. I guess with the old ingot we could do the template. We just call it the ultimate template, I guess. The ultimate template. We ever added a template? We did. On a create one. And we can just restart. Is there a way to automate the ultimate ingot now? Is there a way to automate the ultimate ingot? So you need to automate it. Also request every ingot, or we don't need. If you're saying if you're going to need to automate it, probably at some point, yeah. Is the quest completed? No. Nearly. As I said, there's going to be like 2 endgames. There'll be a simple one, and there'll be a more advanced one with singularities and stuff for those that want to do that. Need some advice? Sure. Whether I can help you or not is another question. I did create 2 Modpack. First told you about. Is that the one on the self promo? We just want to fill out history of these, really. And then we do a QJS. Oh no, QJS inventory. And then we go tags, Caveopolis, items. And then yeah. Caveopolis templates. Add. Pretty sure all of these should be obtainable. The thing that might bother me is the all copied in, actually. The second's 9 days ago released. The idea of the Modpack is something I work on while still developing. I don't take my time with a new device because some of the ideas aren't very good and the code quality isn't very good either. I'm always, it's a hard one because I've been doing this for so long, right? So you get into a pattern of how you want it to look. Like code will look different for everyone. I'd like to think of where, I mean, this is clean now, but if you look at some of my older packs, it wasn't clean. Clean code does help you maintain it better, but it's not like the most important thing. Ideas wise, it's hard because I'm at a different stage. In development, I always look at, so even before we start, it's always what mods can we really highlight, like to feature heavily in the pack. So obviously this one uses trainers is probably the main one, and I think it does highlight trainers in a really good way. But obviously we have stuff like casting, huge new mechanics with the shop stuff, which I didn't expect us to have, but we have all that. Obviously we've got our own stuff with routers. The exploration side, like you just try and work towards something. You can see them all clear. What do you mean, the code? I mean, you always start somewhere, right? Nothing's going to be perfect. I don't know if I have, but I have this. So this, for example, was how Caveopolis 3 was. Everything was in one file for like the recipes and stuff. Wasn't like we started to name stuff, I guess, but it wasn't very clear. So now I just work in a way where I just work per mod, and that helps clear it up a lot better. I say for idea wise, I always tend to. It's always about finding something different, in my opinion. There's not going to be a right or wrong way. My question is this going to copy in a nice order? Make it some way to make the packs look good, like what you do. In terms of what? In terms of quests? In terms of progression? Like, there's lots of different things you can do. That's a lot. It was a lot. I think Cesarbino did improve the readability of it. I think he's basically done what I decided to do, which was separate everything into the mods instead. Which is kind of how all the mods does it as well. Except I think they use, so they do like mods and then like say strangers, and then they'll have all the tags, all the everything related to that in there. Artillery piece, a developer. I don't know what that means, but hopefully. I get so many things. You make the main idea different about Project E matters to go through tech. The mod packs have very good balance progression between the involvements of the mods in each part of the progression. Thank you. That is the aim, is to make every mod kind of work together. How's your day been? My day's been good. How was yours? Colours matter. I don't know what you mean about that. Colours matter. Just woke up, about to go back to dev work on a mod that I co-dev for. What mod is it that you co-dev for? Anything good? You can test it to see the mistakes I did when you can. I don't really test other people's packs. Thinking that I will use copy and paste code changes so I don't have to learn JS. Thinking that I would use a copy and paste code changes. I don't know what that means. So I don't have to learn JS, just learn JS. Imagine if you didn't learn JS and then you wanted to add a recipe like this and you'd have to manually rewrite it. Villager recruits, villager expansion. An add-on for recruits that introduces autonomous villages that have their own center, faction rules, and internal logic. I think I've seen a few mods like this actually. I will steal your code. Well, I mean, you can. I'm pretty sure it will flag anywhere. Because Cursor checks it. To be honest, people who want to get into coding / programming shouldn't learn JS if they absolutely either want to or need to. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah. I think if you're working on Pack Dev though and you want to use Qt.js, then you kind of need to know it somewhat. Thank you for the follow, by the way. Obviously, the main one is Java for Minecraft, right? So now we have the template tag. We can just do Caveopolis, the ultimate template ingredient of Caveopolis. Templates. Yeah, templates. So then this should give us a recipe for the template we just added. Also, pretty sure that Modpack's cursed are MIT. Not MIT. All rights reserved. It's only the mods that are MIT. Bizarrely, you can't check by Modpack, which is just weird. Yeah, tech op is free, all rights reserved. So actually, anything that you do copy is actually against law. I studied coding school. We need to learn some JS. I was the only one like it somewhat thanks to my stupidity of using it earlier when I was trying to make a website in 7th grade. When you say hashtag Caveopolis template, did you make the tag? Yes. I mean, that actually worked perfectly. Okay, so that recipe's there. So we just need to do this and then this. And then we can do this. Then Yes. Random question: how hard is it to think of a block/icon for some of the missing ones? It's not hard for me because I have someone that makes good textures for me. So sometimes I have like a base idea, but if you see in the changelog, you'll see this in basically every changelog. This. So Yuki is the one that does textures for. I would say 90% of the textures for mod packs or mods that you see. Now we can have these recipes. The next update will allow players/AI factions to field AI-controlled modern vehicles of war. Modern vehicles of war. Is that a mod? Sounds interesting. Superb warfare. Okay, yeah, I see. You're gonna make them be able to control these. This is insane. Can you make a texture in string? Well, it depends what texture we need. If I have an idea for a texture, or if it's an easy texture, then I'll do it. So this is just a retextured this, or recolored, I should say this. All of the casting. I'm pretty sure all the casting textures are actually done by me. Apart from this. So I've done the models for the tank. All of these are just recolored tools. Like strains. So I've done the model for that. The drops are just retextured and recolored drops that we've used before. Do you have an idea of how it needs to look, or they just go down the line of how other things look? I.e. the expanded tools for mist. I.e. your expanded tools for mystical tools. I don't know what that means. If I have an idea, then the idea is partially made. But most of the time, so even things, if you look at these are just generated textures. So there's a base colored texture, and then a colored tint is applied over the top of it. There's not as much texture making as you think. These were recolored bundles. But the more unique stuff, so the stuff that's like in the packs. So all of these were custom by Yuki. These were custom, I believe. All of this was. All of these were. Actually, I think pretty much all of this was. None of this was. I don't think I added any base textures for any of this. Maybe the coin. But yeah, if you do make a mod pack villager recruits expansion, I'd love to see it. It sounds interesting. Sure, any pink, black, white texture you can make. Well, you don't even need to make them. What's the best tool set in the game? Is it the Mystical Awakened ones? I think it probably is. So we need the Awakened. Actually, while we're here, slash tool. Awakened mystical agriculture. Awakened. What's it called? Mystical agriculture awakens breathing bow. Tool. Bow. Lightning strike 1. Is that because it hits the roof? That's a shame that doesn't work. Well, like a recoloration of things, but if you need to create a look for an ingot, do you follow the ingot of the bar and its color, or do you let them have the freedom of making it so they make an ingot humanly shaped with a random color? But that explains my line of thought. So you're saying for the stuff like this, this, for example, the top row, this was a complete design by them. I didn't have any influence on that at all. Through gen, resource gen, all of them, repairer, and many more mods you make have the same colors except casting. Are you talking about the machines? I don't know why I type machines. No, you talk about these, right? So you got the laser, which is the same, which is another mod. It's just easier first, just to know that it's all from like the same person. Just makes it a bit easier. The price of that didn't work. Doesn't work here either. Maybe it's because it's custom dimension. I guess an ignite works. Yeah, ignite works. So yeah, it's just recipes for this now. Okay, yes, and then this would be Caveopolis. Put it at the top. Ultimate tools. It's this. The ultimate template. Oh, this is the ultimate pickup. Can you add dummies? You talk about the mod that tells you the hit, the damage. Maybe. And then this will be extended roughly the ultimate. And then just for sanity's sake, check that works. useless recipe. The old one pickaxe. I think that's fine. So we just spam this 3 times or 5 times. So shovel, a sword, bow, axe. And this should already correct all that, which is fine. So that is the old one. So that is where the main pack ends. There's no images for items or blocks in Visual Studio Code. I haven't got it working for anything on 26. So it works for old packs, but not for this. But I'm not sure why. Old. So that is technically the end of the pack. Dependency lines, probably want to remove them. And I think we could just do something like that. And here. Like that. Just makes it a bit cleaner. And then Pro.js adds those images or something else. I think it's Pro.js because obviously Pro.js isn't on 26. I'm pretty sure even stuff like you could used to be able to do item, and then that would show up, but that doesn't do anything now. What? I don't know if all that was added by Pro.js as well. Inside the old craft, made inside the old craft. No. Why did you copy that? Where did he even get that from? Sorry. Copy. Paste. What is happening? Copy. Paste. Copy. Excuse me. What is going on here? So why can't I copy this? Copy. Paste. What on earth is that about? They decided to overcraft it. Use to make the tools of Ask AI. I mean, we're in a sad way if we're asking AI. Tools of creation. Yeah, probably science and keywords. The tools of creation. Now I have my dude. Forge the world. Yes, we'll go with that. This actually is wrong. So we need to do how do we so Zarbi, do you know if you can set bulk components or items? Is that a thing you can do in QBase? Item registry. Compo NBT. Data. Item with back stop another. Bye. See you later. This event can modify item stack attributes. No, it's not one. Vue.js. Yeah. Builder, item builder, compo bits, top component. So data component type value. We literally just did data components, right? So where is we copied this and then find the ultimate tools. just do that, and then component. So I'm just going to like this. I don't know why I added that. We try this. But the idea is the default instance of the tool has the component. And it didn't crash. He says it instantly crashed. Could not find component. I'm looking at it. Maybe we can't do components. That's really annoying. You can definitely set it in Java. Pre-show cast. I'm sure we've done this somewhere. Items. Component is literally a thing that item properties.component. Which basically means that the default instance of the item has that component, which is what we wanted. Components. Because obviously in an ideal world, what we want to do is set all of the ones that have their own components. Like the hammers should have the default components of the excavation. And like pulverizing or whatever. Unless it's this is the one. But then it doesn't, it'll just say that that's not a method, right? We want like casting tools modifier. Does it want that? Oh, you can't even see what it's doing. Just change this. Doubt it's going to work because it says it can't find the method. Oh my god, it actually loaded. Why did it say it couldn't find the method? This is huge if this works. So the shovel should have components on it in J and in Create technically. Oh, or it just goes completely invisible, crashes. How it wasn't quite an instant crash when we loaded in. It just didn't like me looking at it. Class.latvian.mods.rhino.native object cannot be cast to class Ben law. Casting tools item modify component. Well, I'm sure that makes sense to someone. That's ridiculous. Strangely, it didn't crash straight away then. What did the latest one show? It's quite a long crash report, which isn't good. Here we go. JEI render.batch.render simple item stack batch renderer .render batch. It's a JEI crash. Just like Evolve crashing while doing Pro.js dump, it crashed while trying to load some EMI classes. That does sound about right. Casting tools. That's definitely the name of the component. I think. Is it? Outside the second question. Items, date component, modify component, casting tools, modify component, casting tools, modify component. Okay, so what if we did? I don't know if this could work. What if we created it as a map? So if we did let modifiers equal new detail hash map, yes, and then in here go like this. I don't know what it would do. We're gonna have to load this class up. Where did we load the class? Server event. Yeah. So we need. Just copy this, even though it's not what we need. Then we need to do constant modifier on component equals Java class. This. No. This. And then this would come here. New modify component modifiers. To be fair, we should probably load the hash map as well. Hash map. Duplicate this hash map. New hash map. Well, we're getting into some really jankiness now. Cursed stuff is going on. Well, we actually loaded. We didn't crash. It's there. Look at that. Perfect. So then all we've got to do is, it's going to be annoying, because we'll have to do this for every tool. I guess it is what it is, isn't it? But this is actually great because it means we can actually make the hammers and stuff show correctly as well. So we'll call this the shovel mod files. And we'll do that, that, that. And that one. excavation again. EX. Excavation 3, efficiency 3. No. Efficiency 10. Still do fortune. Okay. I'm breaking 10. Then we'll just do that. And we'll just add torch later. And then we'll do facts. This does not need to replace that. And then again, home modifiers, efficiency, excavation, fortune, not breaking, sure. And then sword modifiers, efficiency, no. So be looting. Breaking. Sharpness, 20. 100. Ignite, yes. 9, 8. And that. So, just for testing purposes, we'll restart and hopefully see those in the game. I was being so stupid the other day about Modpack. I forgot to put the pack I was playing in prestige mode, and it locked some things behind points. Was it Sky Factory or something? Pretty sure Sky Factory on prestige. Yes, I remember the prestige mode. Well, I remember hearing about the prestige mode. What's one on the map you need to do prestige for it? Yeah, that does ring a bell actually. Look at that. %1% minus efficiency. I mean, I'm not sure how that works, but that is pretty efficient. Excavation 3 is so big. Enhanced can go up to level 5. Might need to either change how this works to make it more efficient, or nerf the modifier a little bit. And then the other things are the hammers, right? Alright, so we're going to need just move the hammers down here. do all this again. Is there a way to disable that? I don't want it to destroy my base. I think after we finish this, we might look at casting again and see if we can maybe have a way of disabling and enabling modifiers. Make a new pick, don't make it to that level or jump. So hammers, we need to do this and then this, and then let hammer modifiers, and this just needs pulverizing 1. That's it. Just need to add that to everything. Here. And then the other hammer is the excavation hammer, which just has excavation 1. And then we need the what is this one? Oh, just pulverized hammers. Actually, this should be hammer modifiers X. That, and then pulverizing it, and this should be excavation 1. Can't see if they have an enchant at that level by default when you craft it. Does higher tier pulverizing do anything? I think I want to say it does, but I can't remember. Oh no, maybe not. I think it can. I think it's set up so that you can have more chances for more levels, but we just done it as 1. But if you wanted to, if you're a content modpack creator, you can change it. I mean, what I mean is, if you have one that makes a different one, I have no idea what that means. How hot is it in your area? It's 30 degrees. It is right now 31. And Friday is going to be Thursday is going to be 38 apparently. Oh, hang on, that's London. I'm not in London. Weather. Right now it's 31 still. And in my office it's 23.4. Did we add it? Excavation? No. Plus 40 this week. Yeah, that's a bit much. Well, officially this will be the UK's 5th heat wave, I think. It's like the first time it's ever happened, apparently. Alright, everyone pray that this works. I think it should. Powers and the alt now show their components. Now show them modifiers. Okay. I remember when 25 was on it's like 5 years ago. Are you in the UK? Oh, you are in the UK. Feels like 79, 80. It's supposed to be 90. It was so bad our nuclear reactor wasn't even needed. Almost fully stopped. That's how low water level. Well, we're actually officially in a drought in the UK now. But at least where I am, it's a drought. I'm at about, not even that, probably about 45 minutes from London. The problem with the UK is everything's designed to store heat, not to keep cool. So when we get city temperatures like that, everything just cooks. Like 2 hours from London, so that explains how we have next to no accent. Well, I'm in Essex, so we're pretty close to London. I think that actually worked. Okay, that's good. I don't know what that is, to be fair. Part of the corn growing process. Just tried using bone meal. Look at this. Oh, it didn't even nice. Probably need a torch. Probably not this torch, but this. So now what I need is the ultimate. No. At Caveopolis. Then we need to change every tool to this. JS. Oh. Why it's not giving me the. Why? Oh wait, does this mean if I give them a more Caveopolis the ultimate code or ultimate anything? Does it actually give it to me with the? Oh, it does. These recipes should already be done now. Yeah, they are. Which means then actually in here for the us, we can just remove all of this now. Because the recipe will now automatically know. Well, the item already has the component, right? So it doesn't need to be on the recipe anymore. Corn sweat is a popular term for plant transpiration. Transpiration? It's a process where corn plants pull their water from the soil through their roots and release water vapor into the air through tiny pores in the leaves. Combined with soil evaporation, scientists call this evaporation. How Google AI describes it. Fair enough. Please make a pack and it'll be good. Well, that is probably going to be the idea of this. The tools of creation. We could just do that. I don't know. Do we have pixels in this? I think we do actually. And we kind of do. Well, maybe we'll do a pixel at some point. Also, why is this not? Finally, yeah. GG. If you're up to the cabin with a final question. And we do this end of the line dependency. Excuse me. Oh, we need to do first question. Okay, so here. Edit dependency add GG, which is this one. And then we do edit. Hide quest details, hide quests till dependency is completed. And if we do this, that didn't work. There's no way to hide the quest line. I thought there was. Could be like the Draconic Staff of Power, it works on everything. If it's in your stuff, then you won't need their pixels. Well, the idea, I mean, if we did do it, we'd just make a tool that just used all of that. Or maybe that would be one of the final items that you can craft at the end. I'm just trying to hide this quest line. I'm not that bad, you can hide the quest line, right? Is it because it's stuff completed in it? Reset. That still shows. Oh, is it because of these? We just do that. Okay, that worked. And then if we complete this, key, and then it shows. Okay, yeah, perfect. So that's fine. FYI, I live in this area for most of my life, and I only recently heard that term. It's not a well-known term then. This person is a mess. Because we changed it here. I think that recipe can actually stay. It's just these will change. This is the crafter recipe again. So instead of craft, did we add that recipe? We did. What's the old catalyst? Okay, so this recipe the black iron ingot becomes extended crafting the ingot. So all that should be fine. And then this should use the creative one now, that's fine as well. The old catalyst would then give you creative essence, which is all good. And then with the creative essence, I'm guessing that was the idea to make all the singularities we're going to need. I mean, it goes without saying, we'll have to have a stone singularity. Where is the config for this? Here we go. So just delete all of these. No, we won't delete more. Change this one to stone. Actually, we'll delete it. And then we'll just re-add what we need. We might not need log. Name. Stop. This would be C stones. And I guess we probably want to do cobblestone. We'll just check that that still works, because I haven't tried it for this version yet. I'm assuming it's fine. Alex Mobs tweaks performance optimizations. I still find it funny that there's a mod like this. Is that the one that interacts with cooking for blockheads? Yeah, that is interesting. Throw what's this? Excuse me. Excuse me? Chisel? Well, that recipe's being removed. Chisel. Oh, actually, which is bad. Where's my band tag? Band. Oh, yeah, band. Get that rock out of my sight. Slashing rock. That's what a name. Out of the ball. Okay. Probably fine. This is probably fine as well. How would chisel add in this, by the way? Blocks, data, chisel, recipes, smash and roll. Input automodium ancient stone brick slab. Output cracked ancient stone brick slab. Interesting. We could change it if we wanted to. I think it's a cool item though. I don't know if we do want to ban it. Maybe we just change the recipe. Smashing event dot shape. Could just do 64. Pulverize. Caveopolis. Is there a tag for these hammers? I don't think there is. We just we give the tag. Tag Caveopolis hammers, tag Minecraft pickaxes. We do that. And then we do hashtag Caveopolis pulverizing hammers. ID Caveopolis chisel smasher from. Remove. Then move. Then reload. Let's do then Pepsi or Coke. I do like cherry Pepsi Max, but I think Coca-Cola cherry is quite good as well. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm done with what I was thinking for the next contain update. Currently waiting for a mod fixes are with GitHub. Is that the one we talked about the other day? I can't remember what it was, but oh, Power Orotech and Power Coolers Orotech. I can't remember which one it was, and the Draconic was the dupe, wasn't it? Out of the two, which one would you say is a go-to? It's quite funny because I deal with both. So I have Coke cherry cans and SodaStream Pepsi Max cherry. So I suppose the go-to is the can because it's easiest to get. But then to really mix it up, I had a can of Dr. Pepper today, which is also cherry flavored. Turns out I just like cherry. Actually, we want to check quickly as well. Caveopolis. What do we actually use that for? Charms. Charms? What on earth? Let's talk about charms. Pulverize modify use sounds. Okay, so we do need to change that then. Or we just tag it again. Just do that. And that should fix that. And then smashing. Was it smashing? Yeah. There we go. That's a much better recipe. I really like vanilla cola, but they don't make it here anymore for some reason. So they do a vanilla one here still. There's what was it called? Because they do like a bowl pack with cherry and bean. I can't remember what it's called. Somewhere sells. Saw it the other day. Flow, yeah, might be Flow. Yeah, it's not cream, it's Flow. This one. It wasn't this exact one. But it was like this. So it's cherry, Coca-Cola cherry variety pack, and it has 4 cherry Cokes floats, and then cherry zero cherry diet. For all the enjoyers of cherry Coca-Cola. There's our 2 singularities. So these are easy. 10,000 items. What I want to do is probably disable those recipes. Pretty sure you can. It's like generate should default recipes for singularities. False. And then this should be false as well because we want to add our own. And in extended crafting, we can do singularities. And then we can do schema.js, extended crafting. This is the compressor. This one. So the result will be. But we'll have to do that. Okay. Input. I want to do 64 times 64 times 64 times 64. 16 million. Seems a bit much. Actually, it doesn't. 16 million is probably fine. 16,777,216 cobblestone. And then the catalyst will be extended crafted. The ultimate catalyst. Energy. 100 million. To that, and the ID will be Caveopolis. Extended cobblestone. Singularity. Never knew they did this. Coca-Cola, zero sugars. Coca-Cola, zero sugar, zero caffeine, soft drink, 2 liter. I mean, I've Googled it, but it doesn't show me where they. Oh, is this one? Waitrose. Very premium. I reckon this is smart enough to understand. I'm going to do the same again for stone. It is. Reload. I found a flavored carbonated water that tastes very similar to cherry coke. It is nice. It is nice cherry coke. $16,777,000. At $5,000 per tick, that's way too slow. Luckily, we built in a way to override that. Is it just power rate? Yeah. So we can do power rate. Yeah. Should be fine. Found it in Tesco. I do have a pretty big Tesco near me. Actually, extended crafting refreshed its JEI cache. How long does this take? And the problem could be the capacity of that. It won't be a problem with creative, but what's the quickest way to export from this? Is it rulers? I don't think it will be. Actually, in this it might be. That's probably actually fun storage. Not fine. The other one. On there. Then we want a upgrade. Orotech pipes. Not gonna lie, my go-to is B&M or Aldi's. I actually have quite a lot of everything in me, to be fair. Orotech's not in this. Orotech. No. I think it would actually be A2 probably. That is pretty fast. Nowhere near fast enough, but just do that. That. That actually worked. Yeah, it did. Nice. It doesn't say that's good. So maybe it was. Pretty slow. Use factory manager is probably the fastest. I don't really have that. Do we? Maybe what? 100,000. We're at 100,000 divided by 16 million times by 100 is 0.62%. Pretty far off. I don't even think Tig sprinting is going to help us. Limited input. Must be something faster. How also is the to the cobblestone? Yeah, that is true. I think we still need to probably buff that if we want to use 100 million. We get a controller. Do that. Storage. Storage with storage bus. Fluids. Import plus. Then we'll have like a stack upgrade. The cook stack upgrade. Capacity. No, it's probably not even capacity. Acceleration. What is this slot for doing the stack at a time? There is a one for a stack, right? Doing stack with the acceleration. This is unbelievably slow. You have extended a yes. This is one better. Still only takes 4. It's definitely not a capacity part. Takes a bit of time to ramp up. Oh, it should be easy to do 16 billion of one item. Yep. The other option would be to use. Wait, why is this recipe so different? I haven't changed with the recipe. But let's change them over here. Whilst it's on the mind. Okay, I didn't do anything. Okay, so we've got stone. Provided with a recipe to make singularity. Oh, that's a good idea. Cable tiers is refined storage though, isn't it? Maybe we just have to keep these ones like that. As we should do. So you're saying a pattern. And if we do stone singularity. It's only going to do one. What's it doing? Multiplied account 16,777,000. 216. Please enter a number less than or equal to 99. That's not ideal. Maybe 16 million's too much. Oh, do that. Well, that's deserved that. Fine. 999. 999. Actually, what I expected to happen. Yeah. It's not called that anymore, actually. Pattern. Is it called? Pattern provider. Pattern provider. Okay, and then do this. It should be 999 anyway. 999, 999. And we don't need that. Let's see if it isn't. Crafting. I don't make that. Not that one. A few 99999 cobblestone, and you'll probably reach the billions each. Yeah, but that doesn't help for the rest of the grade. Oh! I was saying if you did multiple ones in the recipe. No crafting balls are available. Craft. That's what I thought, isn't it? Crafting unit, no, I need. I can't remember how this works. This is just too small. Well, that didn't work. Why didn't that work? Was there a creative one? A creative what? Oh, creative crafting one. No. I have the wrong thing in there. To have enough chat. Yeah, it says it's online. That counts as one, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This sucks. I think it's trying to insert all of it at once. Wait, we still. Hang on. I think it's because we're still on a tick sprint. That might be causing problems. No, that didn't work either. A2MEIO. Don't know if this can help. Rapidly fill out empty cells, no. What, use the extended pattern provider? Wait, let's try rigidness. Oh, wait. Is it because we've got no storage? Could be. Oh, I don't know what happened there. Is it because we've got no storage to put the item in? Maybe it's that. Nope. Create. Yes. This is 64. See if creative essence works first. Okay, well, did that work? So it's got to be a limit on the stack, right? Wonder how much faster could be the mega exporter. How fast is it? Oops. I don't know if that crafted. I think it did. Oh, it did. It's in my bedroom. That one has stack upgrades and other speed upgrades. Thing is, it needs to work for both RS and AE2, right? That's not really a solution, even if it does work. I think the problem would be is the compressor only accepts 64. I think that's the issue. I guess can't really change that. Oh God, can you? Compress. Might as well boost this still goes over here. I mean, I guess technically I could mix into it and make it accept 1,000 or 1,000,000, and that would probably work. Extended. Block, no, be like tile entity compressor handler. See item stack handler. There is probably a way. But that seems like it could be a bit dodgy. But we'll probably have to actually intercept item stack sizes as well. We don't really want to do it. I think so, but this never worked then for a recipe above 64. If we made the creative, it's missed one. We made the creative essence. We need 65. Would that just not work? That does seem a bit odd. And then at the same time, it doesn't, because it'll try and push it to available slots, right? So it actually needs 60. Right? And then we do cancel that. Creative essence. That did work. What the hell? Like logistics? What do you need? Well, I'm not going to look at this anymore today, because that's one of it up. Twitch. Caveopolis 3 is really popular in a minute as well. It's good to see. Maybe try the A to infinity drive. I don't think it's that. Unless it is that. Wait. How many? No, it can't be that. 60 million is a lot less than that. It sees the cobblestone if that's what you need. I guess we could test it quickly though. Change this back. And then stone. Change it to 65 again. We'll change it to 128. It works at 128. I presume there's some sort of limit from either A2 side or this side. 1, 2. Yeah, see that work. I don't know if the problem was it's definitely not infinity drive. I'd say this can see exactly what's in there. So I don't think it's that at all. Well, it's not that. There's 64 work there. So there must be an upper limit on this. But we'll have to look at it another time. So let's read. Well, thank you all for watching. Probably won't bother tomorrow, but we might do a stream on Tuesday. Apparently I'm not live. Am I live? I think I am. Why is it not showing I'm live? God, I hate RBS. Oh my god, it's all falling apart. I hate OBS. Take that, raid. Yeah, have a good stream. This was fun. Go raid with cherry Coke. That would do it. But yeah, thanks for watching. We'll back. It depends how I feel. Maybe we'll do tomorrow as well. Who knows? If not, Tuesday, definitely. So thank you for watching.